Hi everyone, Anelia here again. Today we're going to talk about foundation. Since there's so many different choices, I have a lot of people asking me, okay, well, how do I know what foundation to use? Well, my answer is usually dependent upon your skin and what season it is. Also, you don't want to forget about using a concealer, which can be helpful all year round. So we're going to start with concealer. Avon has concealer that comes in the wands, or it can come in the liquid cream. Now I have more of the liquid cream here, so I like to use a brush and mainly under my eyes and just dab that in to get rid of some of those dark circles. And I like to go right around the edge of my nose here to get rid of this redness. So we're going to get right in there today. We're not wasting any time as far as our foundations and concealers today. So now for me, I also like to remind people that according to the seasons, you'll also want to choose your foundation color according to the season. Because during the winter, you're going to use a lighter color than you would in the summer, since you get more color from the sunlight during the summer. Your skin is actually darker. Now also when applying makeup, I always like to use my concealer over my eyelids as well, rather than buying a separate primer for my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use the excess that's on my brush to go ahead and apply it to my eyelid too. Because the next video we're going to talk about eyeshadows. Okay, so there we have that. So the next option is choosing your foundation. Avon offers several. There is the cream to powder, and then also the powder. So I have examples of all of the above. So I'm going to start with the cream to powder. Comes in a compact like this, and it comes with a lovely sponge underneath to apply. I normally don't use this. I personally like a light coverage. The cream to powder is awesome if you want a more medium coverage, if you have a lot of age spots or you have a lot of discoloration and you want to get that even, smooth finish to even out the skin tone. So your cream to powder is an excellent choice there, especially if you have a combination skin that can sometimes be oily or sometimes be dry. Okay, so if you have very oily skin, especially during the summer, that's when I recommend a powder foundation, a loose powder foundation, which is what I have here. Now, I often finish my makeup off with this one. This is translucent, which you can also, of course, buy the powder in the colors to match. But I like to use the Ideal Flawless, the translucent one, to finish off just across my T-zone, to help absorb any oils, especially during the summer, and to get rid of shine. And then you have your liquid foundation. So I do have here a new age transformation one, just to show. I happen to have this one. So this one is for, you know, if you have a lot of signs of skin aging, this one will help alleviate and fill in those immediate wrinkles and some of those lines, those fine lines, and help with the discoloration. I choose to use the standard Avon foundation. Now I happen to be using an older one. This is Avon Magix, which I really like, the cashmere finish. This has a real smooth one, but this is comparable to the current liquid foundation, that the Ideal Finish that you find in there. So, of course, usual recommendation is to use a brush or a sponge to apply. I personally like to use my fingers because I feel that I get a better control over an even coverage. Of course, make sure you have clean hands. Make sure that you freshly washed your hands. So I just like to rub some in. I go right down my middle finger and I dab. And then I evenly rub. Just like you would with your skincare products, start from the bottom and massage up into the face. So Although it's recommended to use a foundation brush or a sponge, realistically, when it comes to makeup, it's about what works for you. So there you have it, the basics of foundation. And we'll be moving on shortly to basic makeup.